Going to Europe meant a lot to me because it gave me a chance to reconnect with my friends. It gave me a chance to explore beautiful places on wheels, both by car and by bike. When I travel, I think my one big rule is to feel like a local. So if I can speak the languages, eat the food of the locals, if I can do the things that they do, that gets me most excited. I've been to many different places around the world. I've been to a lot of countries in Europe. I actually studied abroad in Italy. I've been to different places in Eastern Europe. I'm also a big fan of South America, Brazil especially. So one of the most exciting trips I've taken is an 11-day European tour. The reason I was going is that a friend of mine was getting married just outside of Rome. The wedding was great, but I wanted to see more of Europe and actually visit a lot of the places that I didn't get to see. So I hooked up with a couple of my friends and we decided to do a road trip. One of the first places I visited in Italy is the small wine town of Montepulciano. It's a very famous town known for its vino nobile, or wine of the nobles. So as we came into the town, we saw the beautiful Tuscan landscape, the rolling hills, and we stopped by all of the different wine cellars. One of my favorite places is a wine cellar called Cantina del Re. It's been around for about 500 years, if not more. I actually purchased a bottle of the wine. It is 2004 reserve. It was about 20 euros, and probably in the US it cost $150. So this was one of my nicest purchases from the entire trip. One of the next cities I saw on my trip was the medieval town of Siena, the eternal rival of Florence. One of the most beautiful things about it is a very peculiar fan-shaped piazza. And in the middle of the piazza is the cathedral and the tower known as the Torre del Mangia, which is a beautiful structure with 400 steps that you can climb and see the entire city. So when I got to Venice, I knew I was going to be walking a lot, but I didn't expect to walk so much. When I looked at my Fitbit at the end of my first day in Venice, I had clocked 16 miles. But that's actually the best way to get to know the city, is to really start walking around, not necessarily have a specific destination, but get lost in all the little streets, all the little passageways. So, Paris. I had some friends visiting at the time, so I took a flight from Venice to Paris and I spent 3 days there. I discovered that one of the best ways to get to know Paris, because it's such a big city, is actually by bike. And they have bike stations everywhere where you can literally type in a code, take a bike, rent it, and then just return it to another station. It's really simple, and it's a really fast and efficient way of seeing all of the major sites. So the total budget for my trip was $2,500. About $1,500 of that was spent on flights. I was visiting Europe in the height of the summer season, so it was a little expensive. The next $500 was spent on lodging. So hotels, hostels, and apartments I found on Airbnb. And the last $500 was spent on food, restaurants, going out, and different types of experiences. So if you like food, art, history, this is a fantastic trip for you, because in a very short period of time you will really get to know these places and what makes them special. So if you want to learn more about my trip to Italy and Paris and learn about all the amazing places I visited, check out my Wanderlist on wanderfly.com and plan your own trip.